Good afternoon. Today is June 16th, 2025. And today we had this spike in channel that started yesterday when the market opened. And we had a break of the channel. We've had this bear channel since pretty much, looks like pretty much the whole morning, which I didn't realize. I wasn't really watching the chart today. And I kind of feel like we're bottoming out here. We could sell off much further. If you look at the 6,500 tick chart, uh, there's a lot of room to the downside, but I'm not really thinking we'll sell off a whole lot more. Like, I don't think we'll take back uh, this whole, well, I guess 50% of this entire bull move, but we could because we've been in a range for a while. So we very well could. So what I do want to say is when the market opened yesterday and you get these three strong bull bars, consecutive bull bars, even though these first two had uh, prominent tails, this is a pretty strong move up, and it's not a bad idea to go for a measured move. And you can see you would have gotten that that target and some more. So that's just something to think about when you're trading those moves. I mean, look at the size of those bars in comparison to the last 200 bars or whatever. Let's see. Just here, that's yeah, 169 bars. These bars are much larger than any of these. So, I think it's very reasonable to go for a measured move here. The level of resistance I would be concerned about would be right here. You can see there was a little bit of profit taking. And if we blow through that, which we did, I would be looking at this level of resistance. And that's exactly where the sell-off started. So, as Mac always says, none of this is random. But anyway, we get this spike up and we pull back to the EMA. And the first thing I see comes at about 4:30 a.m. So if you're awake at that time, or if you're on the East Coast of the United States, I think you can jump in here. You got a strong bull bar right here. It's a failed second entry short, at least to test these highs, and we go a little further than that. Then you get this two-legged pullback. The only problem I see with this, even though it's a very good buy signal bar, you could make the argument that this looks like a bear channel. But I, despite that, I kind of like it. So we break out to new highs and then we just go sideways for a bit. So it'd be hard to pull the trigger in this. But again, if you are looking at, well, this is about 60-24. If you are looking at the larger time frames, if you drew a target like me, which was at 60-36, uh, and you think, this doesn't look very strong for the Bears. We're making higher highs, higher lows even. No consecutive strong bear bars. This one's a strong bear bar, but then you have tails on this one. This one's kind of weak, and then this one's strong, and then it reverses. If you think all that, then we could there could be reason for you to want to get long. And you can see this, I'm guessing this is just a buy vacuum test of the resistance right here. And we just kept going. And I would feel like this is a little late in the trend. We don't get to the top of this channel, and that's 7:30. The bear channel forms, and this is a choppy trending trading range. type situation. So this is very hard to trade, and I don't think a lot of people probably made money in this unless you're an expert. So I do see this what looks like a two-legged pullback that is off of the uh, trend line. You get this bear bar with the tail on top, this bull bar with the tail on top, and then you finally get a bear bar. I think jumping in on any of these bars would be reasonable. And we go further down. Then we get a break, move to a new low, and we kind of just been chopping on down again. So again, that's kind of difficult to trade. I wasn't watching the charts today, but I could see, I could imagine, a lot of people getting chopped up in that because it's hard to trade. Al Brooks calls it a trending trade or a trending trading range. You got sideways stuff, it breaks out to the low side, comes back into this range right here, and then breaks out to the low side, and this is choppiness, breaks out to the low side, sideways stuff, choppiness, breaks out to the low side, making new lows, but kind of a lot of overlap. It's just hard to trade. So that's one last look at it. Here's one last look at the daily chart. It looks like we may finish with a bull body and a tail on top. It's 12:20, so we got some time until the market closes. But there's one last look at it. I hope everyone had a great weekend. I'll be back tomorrow.